Hey, what's up guys, it's me, APRM Games. That was quite a weird intro, but anyway, welcome back to the Lone Voyage. Today, if anything looks different to me or the base that I'm standing in, it is because the Dread ship that I used to fly, the flag that I flew, has sunk. I am still Captain Doubloon. That's actually his name, Dread Doubloon, and I named the faction after him. But I'm still Dread Doubloon, but now I am YouTuber Doubloon. More than Dread Doubloon. I'm just here to record. So I'm not going to raid. Well, I will, but when I've got the necessary equipment. So Dread is no longer a part of my faction, because someone in my faction, two people, I'm not going to say names, but they attacked someone I wasn't ready to attack, and in retaliation they destroyed the base of Dread, and I wasn't the instigator, but something happened, and I'm not gonna bother, okay? Dread is now no longer a part of what I did, even though I flew the flag at the start, because I was like, this will be quite a good and interesting. It's just annoying to come onto a server every time and somebody, you know, destroying things. So YouTuber is now my new faction. That's what I am. That's all I do on this series now is record. I'm not gonna attack. Well, I will, but only when I say so. Not when other people decide for me. So that's what's gonna happen. I'll still record, but now the intro will be a wee bit different. It will still be I am Captain Doubloon, but it'll be YouTuber Doubloon instead of Captain Doubloon. So hopefully that doesn't change much and you still enjoy the series as much as I enjoy playing it. And I guess that's all. There's nothing much really that's changed apart from the fact that someone on the old faction that I created, Dread, started a war with someone that I couldn't, you know, defend myself because I'm hardly on this server. I can't, you know, make things, I can't change stuff, you know, when I'm not on, and I can't always trust people that I invite to my faction because they can sometimes double cross. And I'm not saying people will double cross me, it's just that I'm getting tired of people deciding for me that, oh, we're going to attack this faction for the APRM because he's not on and I think this is what he wants. The series will still continue, but if you want to join my faction, people who were in Dread, apart from the two people who started the war, you can. I don't want to start war with anybody at the moment. I'm just basically starting all over again. So that's it. So if you want to join, ask, and if you want to go war with someone, don't. I will decide when we attack someone, and I will only decide when I'm on. When I'm off, you don't do anything to any other faction on here. And the only person that will actually gain like a rank in the faction will be people that watch the series until the end. Okay? So when I leave, I will pass on the captaincy to whoever's on the whoever watched the series like the most or something, you know. It's just that Dread was a good wee faction to have, but every time I came on, it was just stuff got ruined all the time. And I was on last night trying to sort of repair what happened, but I just decided against it and just basically got on a crappy wooden boat and sailed away to a new island, and this is the island, and I started a new faction. So yeah, I just don't want war with anybody on the server at the moment. People who are on the server at the moment are more overpowered than I am, and they just like attacking people who are weaker than them because they've got nothing else to do. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, good on you, but please don't attack me just because I have this resource and you need it. You know, if you want, if you've been watching the series since like the start of the journey, you will know I set rules of combat up for what happens to, like, if you want to raid me. Well, you can raid me, but at least give me a chance to sort of defend myself when I'm on. You know, so I can set up like barricades and traps and shit, so you guys can sort of have a hard time collecting resources from me. Just don't automatically decide, oh, he's offline, he's finished recording, he's editing, let's raid him because he's got this resource. Please do not just do that, because that'll just ruin the series for me and for other people who are watching this. And I know people will be like, but this is a faction server, you're supposed to raid. I am not the best person when it comes to, you know, faction games. You know, I didn't even know this was a faction server until somebody told me. I just thought it was kind of like a wee pirate thing that you can just play and have fun, you know, and no worry about getting raided constantly when you're offline. But that's not what the case is, and now I know that, and now I set this rule up. If you want to raid, ask me first. No one else, me. And if I say no, you go, well, you just go. You do not ask again, because I will basically kick you from the faction. I will not allow you back in. I don't want to get attacked by people who are too overpowered than me, have better weapons, and can kill me in one shot, and then that's just the series ruined, because I want to have fun. I want to do this as a kind of, you know, this is quite this, that's and that, and you know, I don't want to come on the server every time and find out, oh, this has happened to your base, do this again, you know. And I'm not saying that I won't raid people, but I'll raid them in my own time and when I've got the resources necessary to survive a raid and to do a raid successfully. I will set up to words of agreement. I will not raid like valuable resources from anybody. So I will not take like anything you need for like your smeltery or stuff like that, because smeltery stuff is quite hard. I will not take your gathered resources that you have painstakingly got, because I know how annoying it is to go back and collect them, because I'm doing it right now. And I'm not gonna engage in war until we sign like until we get like an agreement between us that when we attack each other we're allowed to TP back to get the resources that we lost. We're not allowed to steal a lot of stuff from people. We're allowed to take a sword into battle, and that's basically it. A sword into battle, no like massive resources that if you lose you'll be like, this is really annoying, you know. And I think that's fair. Now I know I'm gonna harp on about this, but I really wanted to set this up right as a kind of complete series, because I want to get to at least episode 15, and I'm almost close to episode 15 to do an actual successful raid. But with the way the people who were on my faction acted, I have no chance of doing that now. So I'm going to set up another wee like base to keep all my stuff hidden, and I'll do that off camera. So like completely off camera. This is where this isn't my base. This is just a place to rest my head. It's not technically my base, it's just a place to rest my head. I'm gonna make sure that I don't lose all my resources, so I'm gonna set up a way to make sure that I don't do that. And I'm going to set up rules of engagement on a board outside my island. So if you ever come near my island and you see like a giant wooden board with rules of engagement, please do not attack me when I'm not on. Please do not steal all my resources, and leave a sign of your coordinates so I can try and get back some of the stuff that I lost. And I will only engage in combat with people that I trust. So I will set up like a parley agreement, which is a pirate thing, where I will attack them, but I will attack them on their terms, so they can set up their defenses and stuff like that. I think that's quite a good way of setting up this like attack and kill people, you know. What the fuck? Oh, it's a zombie in leather armor. I thought it was another player. There's only one person on here. It's Senpai's not Senpais. Oh, funny. Anyway, so I want to set up a parley agreement with me and whoever I attack, so that they can keep their resources. All I do is like basically have a one-on-one combat with them with no armor, just a crappy like sword or whatever, and we can keep our resources afterwards. I know it doesn't sound fair, but I've never done a faction server RP, like not RP, series before, so I guess it is kind of fair to me, but it might not be fair to people who will be like, hey, but why is he not doing this and that, and you know. Because we've done this before, we know that this kind of how this works. I just want to kind of survive 25 episodes on this server, with like constantly getting attacked by everything. I also want to keep this series going until 25 episodes, and I also want to make sure I don't lose everything constantly all the time from other people deciding for me, oh, he's strong enough to attack this person, let's do it. I don't want other people choosing my choices. I don't want people being like, but he can attack them, why doesn't he? I will set up when I attack people and when I choose not to attack people, and that'll be the way this series will work. It'll be my choice, no one else's. And I think that is fair, because I am a nub. I've never done a faction kind of server recording before, so I'm allowed to set up my rules. And people will be like, but this isn't fair, we've done this server before and we've seen like nubs on the server and we're allowed to attack them, you know. But I am just a YouTuber. I've never done faction servers, never done a faction series, never done this, so basically this is just a new thing for me. And I know it doesn't sound fair, you know, with me setting up this area. This faction land I claimed off camera yesterday, because I had to basically move. Otherwise I would get killed constantly. There's a mushroom thing over there. I'm gonna set up the board outside my actual like base. I'm gonna make it a like limestone if I can chisel it to look fancy. I can. Good. Okay, I'm gonna make it a this. So if you ever see a limestone wall with ornate panel that's in front of an island, that's my base, and there'll be signs on. It'll just be basically like facing the island. So if you ever like come around and you see this like giant area, if you see this like giant, it's not a cock, it's a wall. I just realised I did that and I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna die. One more hit and I'm dead. I did set up my home, by the way. So the Neo Valor, which was my ship when I was a part of the Dread pirate crew, has been lost. So it is now no longer mine because it's a Dread. Yeah, I made a joke. It's not part of me anymore, so if anybody finds it, they can have it. I'm gonna put diorite on the top of the wall just because it looks nice. No, give me the diorite. Stupid thing. I don't know, it just looks nice, this diorite. I don't know why, but it does. So if you ever see this with diorite on the top, you know it's my island, and there'll be signs on both sides of this kind of wall, so you know this is like my island, and you don't like constantly attack me at least. yeah, I mean, you can attack me, but at least give me like a private message on the server, like, I'm going to attack you, get ready. And people think like I'm a coward for doing this because, like, I'm not the best. Like, okay, so this is where things are gonna get a wee bit confusing for other people, right? I'm good at Minecraft, right? I'm not the best when it comes to the game, but I'm better than other people when it comes to the game, right? And I know that kind of sounds like, oh, you're bragging about like being good at a game that's like over almost, oh god, how long's Minecraft been fucking doing things? Oh, whatever. Anyway, so almost like a good couple year old. I don't know how you can be good at a game like that, but anyway, people will be thinking that I'm just like gloating because I am like I can do this and people don't worry about me. But I'm gonna call it the wall of combat. And these are the rules you have to follow if you want to attack me. So rule 1, ask first. So I can set up defenses. 2, I could just put them all on one side, but I want to do this. 2, don't steal all my resources. So at least I have a chance to rebuild. 3, make sure to take like blame for the attack, you know, like make sure you tell me that, oh, I attacked you, here's my coordinates so you can try and retaliate, you know. Don't just attack me and be like, haha, I've got all this stuff and you can't get it back. Make sure to take blame. I'm not meaning blame, but just watch this video. 4, so you know what I'm talking about. 4, and if I attack you, I'll ask first beforehand. So if I attack, oh, I spelled you wrong. I'll ask first. 5, I will ally myself with others, but I am not to blame for what they do, basically. So I'm not taking blame for anything. Anything they do, at least. So I will ally myself, but I'm not taking blame. I'm not taking blame for them. Okay, so don't attack me just because an ally of mine attacked you. 6. This is the last rule, okay? 6, make sure not to bring all shit to battle. Basically meaning do not bring everything you do not want to lose to battle. And I'll put my YouTube channel like on a spruce wood thing so you can watch this video so you know that what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the wall of combat. So this is what you have to follow if you want to attack me. If you want to attack me, I'll place a chest like here and just put like a note in it that says I'm going to attack you. Here's my coordinates to retaliate, or here's what I don't want to lose and what I do want to lose because I've got too much of it. You know. That's all that I'm gonna do. Right. So I'm not gonna attack for just attacking sakes. So I was just making sure that I got that out of the way. And I'm not gonna engage in war with somebody that's like too overpowered, okay? I think that's fair. But if you don't think it's fair, please tell me and I'll change the rules. What am I doing down here? I don't know. I'm lost. This is not my base, but I'm just like... No, it is my base, but it's not my base. It's like, it's not where all my chests will be, or it's not where all the treasure that I collect will be. I like this kind of area. It's a mesa. I'm kind of glad that when I random TP'd to an area, I found a mesa. You're wondering how I got all this shit? It's because last episode I was on, when I was doing the recording with backpack and stuff, when I was still a Dread Pirate, somebody gave it to me. I don't remember your name, I'm sorry. Tomorrow I'm going to set up but off camera I'm going to set up like a keep just on there, just so you guys know where my island is. Do not just like raid me, please, when I'm not on. When I'm on, send me a message asking if I'm recording. If I say yes, then raid me, but make sure I know beforehand, okay? I know it sounds stupid, but I want to at least try and keep some of my stuff to myself. Fair enough. I mean, most people in this server are a wee bit better than I am. Like, I mean, constantly they are better than me. Whenever they find my island, they automatically assume that they can, you know, take shit because I don't need it. Which is not true and false and all of the above. I'm gonna, off camera, I'm gonna collect everything I need for a tinker's forge and shit, and I'm gonna put it on my base, my true base. I'm gonna keep this island claimed as mine, because this is where my faction home thing is anyway. This is just where I'll put like shit that I don't need. And my real base will be actually my set home thing. This will just be still here. And I'll build a dock. So if you ever want to like sort of visit, you can check the board out and you can agree or disagree with the terms of combat that I've set out. It's just that I'm not always on to protect myself. And people will be like, but why aren't you always on to protect yourself? Well, some days I do different stuff, like for instance, I'll do the quiet stuff, which I am actually stopping. Speaking of, the quiet games that I play aren't mine. They're off my dad's Steam account, which I use. Because I don't have the money to buy the games, to play the games properly, and he won't let me record them because it's technically his account and he doesn't want his like information or whatever on the internet. That's what he told me, and I agreed with the rules when I was setting up the quiet stuff. So I did it without the voice, but now he wants his Steam account back, so I can't do the quiet stuff anymore. I've explained this all in the thing, but I'm just basically getting fed up with the quiet games that I play. I want to do more commentary videos. I want to continue this series because I'm more focused on this than the actual quiet stuff anyway. There's been a decline in the quiet stuff, as you probably noticed. I just want to continue, you know, doing this series and having fun, you know. And I think my rules of combat are fair. I did set them up earlier on the series, but because people think, oh, because he said this rule, we can change it, you know, and be attacking people all the time. But now I've just basically said, you can't attack without my say-so, and that's basically gonna help me out a lot, because I won't lose everything all the time. That is if you join my new faction, which is just called YouTube. Isn't it? Yes, it is. It's just YouTube. I had to check. Yeah, no, it's just YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to end off this episode. I know it's a short one, but I have to do a lot of stuff off camera anyway, so I'm going to end off this episode here. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a big like. Also subscribe if you're new to my channel. Also check out a new series that I'll be doing after this, but I won't give up any information of it. You'll just have to watch it to see what it is. And if you have any suggestions on what I should be doing after, like I successfully or dissuccessfully raid somebody with my terms of combat, which are over there, please tell me so I know what to change and what not to change. And if you think of anything that needs to, you know, be fixed with the series, please tell me. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.